Good morning. Okay, so I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I the first thing I kind of want to talk about is confidence. There's always been, for me personally, like a really fine line with my confidence. In some aspects, I'm like over the moon confident in myself. I don't know. I think just over my life, I've kind of developed into someone who, I don't know. I like my personality. Let's just say that. But I don't know, it took me a long time to get here. But on the other hand, it's funny how I have a lot of issues with my looks. Um, that stems, I'm pretty sure, from when I was a kid. My dad really wasn't around a lot, and so I developed those need to, I don't know, get attention from guys and stuff like that. And that started, I mean, pretty young, I really started having self confidence issues. When I was in, I think, seventh grade was like the first time. No, I would say sixth grade. Um, I used to I used to get made fun of a lot because like my second toe is longer than my big toe, and back then, if you guys are old enough to remember these toe socks, I never wore toe socks because my stupid toe like hung over my flip flop, and stuff like that, and it really, I don't know, like stuff like that bothered me. I had a lot of things physically that were different than like most girls, especially at that age. Like I'm really at that time I was really gangly. Like until like 6th grade, I mean my arms, you guys don't even like, my arms are so long. Same with my legs. But when you're in 6th grade and you're this big around, I look like Gumby. Like I don't know, I looked weird, and people loved pointing that out. I hit 7th grade. I went through like the pre-puberty fat phase, and people used to call me Booty Doo. That my stomach stuck out further than my booty do, but it booty did. Um, what else? I stopped my bra because I don't know, I didn't develop until 8th grade, 9th grade kind of thing, and even then I still wasn't like super curvy. Um, so I just kind of, I don't know, kids are mean. You guys know how kids are. And so that on top of my dad wasn't there, I just have bad self-esteem. Um, I did a stint in the Coast Guard. I'm still technically a reservist, but when I was active duty, I lived in Alaska. And up there, I was super depressed, very depressed. Born and raised, not born, but raised in Florida, 19 years old, shipped off to the other end of the country, I didn't know how to have fun. I didn't have any friends. I am definitely a personable person, but it's hard for me to make friends because I'm not. Now I am, but like back then, I wouldn't just walk up to someone and be like, "Hey, let's be friends." Like I just wasn't like that. Um, so I was just kind of alone. Um, didn't have anything going for me other than like my job, and I gained so much weight. But it's kind of funny, like, well, no, I'll talk about that later. So anyway, so I gained a bunch of weight, and it really jacked up my confidence, or jacked up my confidence. Um, I don't know. I've always just had this thing where like the way you look, I don't know. It like you judge yourself, especially if you're somebody who's not confident in the way you look, on the way you look. Um, but throughout all this, my personality still kind of flourished. Like growing up, I was a really bad kid growing up, and I was sent to a juvenile boarding school type thing, in Costa Rica and South Carolina, and I don't know, a part of survival through that was becoming good within yourself, like here. I use a lot of humor to mask pain. I've always done that. I still do that. I hate that I do that, but um, and it's just been a hard battle for me. It's been a long time since I've been home with my family. I wasn't raised with my family. I didn't have a normal upbringing. I was in boarding school. I didn't go to prom. I didn't have high school. I dropped out of school. I've gone to like 12 different colleges, just bounced around with the Coast Guard, and it's been a lot, and I never had the chance to really sit down and be somewhere. And here in Hampton Roads, This is the first place I've been for longer than 3 years. I've been in North Carolina for half the time, so technically I haven't even been in Hampton Roads. So, I don't know, it's just been hard. It's been hard to find roots, it's been hard to find long-lasting friends because I'm not really good with communicating, with time apart. But it's been a struggle. And especially with my faith, I mean, when I was in Alaska, that's kind of where I teetered with, I don't know what I believe. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know, a lot of bad things had happened to me growing up, and I chose the if there was a God, why would he do this to me? And I had a friend in Alaska named Lindsay, and her and I are actually still very good friends today. And she was literally the first person I turned to when I had the feeling of like, I want God back in my life. And when I was in Alaska, I had turned to her when I was kind of feeling like despair, and I had asked her if I could go to church with her, and I mean, this girl is too nice. Like, sometimes she's just so nice. I'm like, Lindsay, stop. No, but and so she talked to me, but I never did it. I never went with her. I just kind of, I don't know. I didn't feel comfortable, and I didn't feel right going. And not that I think that I needed that, but I don't know, I just wasn't ready, I guess. I don't know. And so anyway, in Alaska and after Alaska, that's when I turned to fitness. Eating right and working out and things like that, and getting myself in a shape that I appreciate was monumental for me. Confidence, I mean, skyrocketed, but all that at the same time was based on a physical appearance. I still had issues that I didn't realize existed within myself, and I didn't realize that I had issues with the world around me. Because again, I masked so much with sarcasm and humor, and I just had a dark heart. I think my time in Alaska really hardened me. And I don't know, it just did. And it took me a long time to kind of break free from that. I lived in Argentina for a while, and down there I came alive again. And I don't know how to explain that other than the fact that if you have ever been around a certain type of people and then broke free of that and been around people who you really feel like you belong with, it really just like makes you feel alive. You're so happy. You're so happy, and I felt that there. Those are my people. And I don't know, it was just a really cool experience, and I'll take that with me forever. I have a tattoo on my side, and it says, it's a quote from The Fault in Our Stars, but it's, you gave me a forever within the numbered days, and for this I'm forever grateful. And that was it. Argentina broke my heart of that icy mold, and it gave me a forever happiness, and I felt like I tackled a lot in Argentina. But one thing that I think is funny is you have these problems, you have these issues, and I've only looked at them from one perspective. This book that I'm reading, it's called I'm Not Good Enough and Other Lies Women Tell Themselves. And I'm only this far in it, and it's already so awesome, and it's funny because you ever read a book and you're like, oh my gosh, that is so me, and like the highlighting is I might as well just highlight the whole book. But I'm really excited to keep reading. But I think when you look at yourself and you look at where you're coming from and kind of your internal thoughts, you need to look at things internally and then through, I'm not gonna say God's point of view, but like, I don't know how to say that, God's point of view. He made us the way we're supposed to be. He made us in his image, and he made us perfect. Now, that doesn't go to say that, how do I word this? Like, if you need to treat yourself in a way that respects him. You don't gluttony, things like that, getting overweight, becoming obsessed with your body, becoming obsessed with the gym, things like that. That pulls you away from him. You know what I mean? Because you idolize the gym or your physique or bodybuilding or whatever. You know, I think that as long as you can find a good balance between maintaining yourself in a healthy, manner, that's showing him respect for his creation. And I've just never thought about that because I've never really like looked into it. And it's true, like I don't like my body type. I don't. When I look at myself, I'm like, girl, you have a short torso, long arms, and kind of a long forehead. Like, that's what I think. But I can't. I can't think like that. Before we're born, we're like this little Mr. Potato Head, and God's like, and he puts us together, and he's like, perfect. And I think with that in my heart and that in my head, I've really, I don't know, I've stepped up my confidence, and it's, I mean, no, I'm not going to say that because I just started reading this book. But I think with knowing that, it's going to help me. Like me, I am very comfortable in my own skin, but right now I'm heavier than I normally am because I've started doing powerlifting. But I have noticed that it has been messing with my confidence. So I'm being productive, and I'm probably going to lose 10 pounds. I've lost 2 this week. And I don't know, I've been dealing with a binge eating disorder thing that's like really warped my head, but I've really, really put myself out there with God on that. Like, I wrote this prayer that I keep with me at all time, and it says, Dear Heavenly Father, please give me the strength today to say no to temptations in my head. Lord, fill me with strength to be the positive role model I am, and the ability to lead others in making positive choices for their lives. Lord, help me stay away from those slippery places in life that lead me to gluttony and disappointment in myself. Help me make myself proud. Help me be my best self so that I can give my all to you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. And every time I kind of give up within myself, I read this. And on the opposing side, Jordan wrote a prayer for me. That's for me. I'm not going to read it to you guys. Just lifting me up. And I read them every day. It's always with me. It's always in my purse, or in my wallet, or in my book. And I keep that as a reminder that I'm not alone, and that when I feel like the devil's whispering, things about eating and things about myself and things about not being able to do it and things about not being good enough, he doesn't control me. He just whispers lies into you. It's just like it puts that in your head, and then you do what you want with it. You can push it out or you can absorb it, and I've been absorbing it. And I'm done absorbing it. That's the thing, I'm done. This book is awesome so far. I recommend it. But I'm done. I'm done listening to these lies. I mean, one of the biggest things that drove Jordan and I apart was that I was jealous. He's in Tennessee right now. I'm in Virginia. We're apart. He's super good looking, and I know that he's being pursued. It's just a part of life. He's an attractive man, especially if if he's around somebody who's looking for a godly man. I mean, this dude has it, and it's, I guess in myself, I wasn't confident enough in knowing that he loves me. I'm his, like, he's not worried about anybody else. But I've never dated someone like that. I've never dated anyone who only saw me, who saw me as somebody worth waiting for, who saw me as somebody who, I mean, and I'm really bad with compliments. You want to know, compliment me and I'm like, thanks. It's weird. I get weird. But I guess I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Confidence. Just have it. Be humble. Know who you are and be your best self. Because if you're projecting that, you never know who's watching you. You never know who's paying attention to you. I think that, I've had a lot of random girls come at me and be like, hi, I follow you on Instagram, and da 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 da, and it's so humbling knowing that people look to you and they aspire hopefully not to be like me, but I hope that they see me and they're like, she is awesome. Let me be awesome so I can be awesome. I don't know. You know what I mean, though? Like, I think you should always try to project your best self and always try to push positivity out there. And that's something I suck at. I'm terrible. I'm a negative person. But I'm trying, you know, and that's all I can do. I'm trying and I'm giving it my best, and today is day 2 of me just putting it out there, you know, like I'm done with the social stereotypes. I ran across, you know, this verse that I think is like my verse. It's Romans 12:2. I don't have it memorized yet, but Jordan did. I texted to him. He was like, "Oh, I have that on top of my head." I was like, "Oh, okay." But it was just, let me find it. Let me find it. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Well, I like the first part. Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world. And done. You know, that's all I have to say. So, anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful Saturday. I have a job interview in 1 hour, so wish me luck. Um, and yeah, if right now I kind of, well, no, that's a lie. I started a new Instagram because my last one was just kind of like out of control. Not out of control, but I don't know. I had a lot of followers, and I don't want followers who follow me because I have big boobs. You know what I mean, kind of thing. So I started a new Instagram. It's Sarah_Von Keck 24. So if you guys want to follow me on there, I closed my Facebook and stuff down for a little bit. I just kind of need a break from social media. But yeah, I appreciate the support. And if you guys have any recommendations for good books, or any, I don't know, just anything, comment below. I appreciate all of it. I read all of it. And yeah, so anyways, I will, until next time.